Hey, what's up guys? Pops from Pop's Hobby Dungeon. Coming to you from the dungeon today with a new toy that I just got. It arrived on Monday. Today's Saturday. I set it up. I've been having fun with it, playing around with it, and I thought I'd bring you a little video. I got the new XTOOL Apparel Printer to do some cool prints for my buddies and my friends and my family. And I just wanted to bring you my thoughts about it and let you know how I feel about it and let you see it in action. So let's jump in. Okay, to start with, I'm going to open up XTOOL software, and the only reason I'm doing this is to show you how easy it is to print to this printer. This is not a tutorial of XTOOL software at all, because I'm not that familiar with it. I use Photoshop and other designing tools to send to all my other printers and laser engravers and everything else. But most of you are gonna, if you get this printer, you're gonna have to use this software. So, and the other thing I want to say to you is, don't get mad at me for the print that I'm about to print, because it's a buddy of mine. He's a good friend of mine, and he asked me if I would create something for him that was a little unusual. So I went to ChatGTP, and well, I'm just going to show you. Don't be mad at me for what you're about to see. So to start with, in XTOOL you get this this palette, I guess, this work area, this workspace that represents the largest size that you can print, and I believe it's oh gosh, I can't even remember. Is it 11? No, it's 14 by 16. No, 14 by 18. I'm not sure. We can look that up. But anyways, I'm just going to drag and drop my file. And again, don't be mad at me for what you're seeing on the screen. It's just a funny thing that he wanted me to do for him on a shirt. So I went to ChatGTP and typed in Trump holding a gun sitting on a rock. And then in Photoshop, I erased the rock and put a beer cooler and a bunch of beer cans and some alcohol, and he wanted it to say Trump 28. Trump 2828. So don't click off the video because of this, please. It's not my fault. Anyways, the software is really intuitive. It's super simple to use. So once you get your PNG or photo JPEG that you want to send to the printer, you can put it on this workspace, and then you can scale it to the size that you want, and it tells you the sizes up here. So this is going to be, I think, well, let's see here. We can see how big. So the work area is 17.8 by looks like 13 and a half, 14. Is what the screen is telling me up there. Anyway, so we're not going to make it that big. We're probably going to make it about 9 by 14. Sounds good. Well, the cool thing about the software is you have control over your ink, over the white ink especially, because the white ink is what you're going to use the most, especially on dark garments or any other product that you want to put your heat press, your DTF film, printed film on. So over on the right here, you can see we have some options for the white ink. We can fill all object areas. We can fill image area only, spot color, meaning you can put the white ink only on certain colors, and no fill at all. So if you're printing on a white garment, you wouldn't want to use white ink, so you would click no fill at all. But for this, it's going on a black shirt, so I'm going to pick object area fill. Also, we have a feathering. I haven't messed with that yet. I'm sure it feathers the white off. And then the one I've been using lately is the white ink reduction. Now, what the white ink reduction is all around your print. Anywhere around the print, it's gonna put a fine line of white that you'll be able to see. So I found that 0.05 is not enough. I've been actually doing 1 millimeter, and that leaves a black or a non-white area approximately 1 millimeter inwards of no white ink. and then I will not get a white line around everything, so to speak. I guess that's the only way I can describe it. So I set that to 1 millimeter. Oh, and the other cool thing is you got this mock-up button down here. If you click mock-up, and again, I told you this wasn't going to be much of a tutorial, but if you click mock-up, you can pick hoodies and t-shirts and all kinds of cool things, and then you can change the color. So if, for instance, I was going to put it on a white hoodie, I would pick, or a black hoodie, I would pick hoodie over here on the left, pick the color, and then I can drag this around to know where I'm going to put it. So if I want it on the left, and I can also shrink it. So if I wanted it on the right chest here, or the left chest, I guess, or the right chest, or just on the pocket, that gives me an idea of where I'm going to put it. So that's kind of neat that the software does that. Now keep in mind though, as you're changing the dimensions of the print here, that when you say, if you click print current design, it's going to print it that big. So I either exit out of this or I apply scaling. So, but I don't want to apply scaling because I want it the size that I want it. So I'm going to click the X here, and then I'm going to cancel this because I don't want it to auto scale what I just did. And that leaves it the size it is. And that's pretty much it. I mean, it's a lot more in depth than that. I know I might be making it sound a little easier, but and again, this is not a XTOOL software tutorial. I may make one of those as a later video, so make sure you subscribe to the channel for future XTOOL DTF prints and software. I'm just having fun. I'm 60 years old. I'm down in the dungeon. I've got tons of equipment, and I'm just having fun with friends and family and gift ideas and stuff. So anyway, so let's go ahead and hit print. And oh, the other cool thing is, actually, let me cancel this. Down here at the bottom, it says mirror image, and you want to keep that checked unless you don't want it mirrored for some reason. I can't imagine why you wouldn't, but we're going to keep that checked so that when I go to print, it flips the print. See how it's backwards now? And that's because it's going to lay down this ink first, then it's going to put the white ink on top of everything, because remember, this is going on a dark garment. Also, it prints these colored lines right here, your CMYK, and I don't know why it prints orange, and it prints a white line too. I think that's to purge the print heads as it's printing, to make sure you get full DPI, so there's no hiccups or empty spots or anything. I think that's why that's there. As far as I can find, you can't remove it yet, but anyways, that's it. You just hit print, and then you're done. Go watch it print. So let's go ahead and hit print, and we're going to go watch it. I'll talk to you over at the machine. So I'm sorry for the background noise. I've got the my air extractor, my fume extractor going. So if there's a lot of background noise, I apologize. But first and foremost, safety first. You do not want to run the XTOOL DTF printer with the automatic shaker heater and breathe in any of that smoke that's coming from the heater. Not smoke, but fumes, I guess, because it is hardening a powder, a glue powder that gets cured or dried in the heater. Anyways, my thoughts about this printer, I've had it for a week now, and I am just having a blast. I got it on Monday, and today's Saturday. Like I said, my buddy asked me if I could make him this stupid Trump t-shirt, which I think is funny, and I said, of course I can, and so I'm printing it now. But you can see how fast this printer prints, and this is at 1400 DPI. You've got two print heads in there. One is dedicated only to white ink, and one is dedicated to the color. So you see the colors coming on first, and then the white is following. The white ink is following and covering, and you don't have to tell it to do the white ink on top of the color. The program, the software, just automatically knows where to put the white ink. And so So you don't have to be scared that you have to be really knowledgeable with this printer, because you don't, as far as software and editing and all that kind of stuff. You can pretty much print anything you want. PNG is preferable with no background if that's the look you're looking for, or you can just grab a picture off the internet or from your camera, a family photo that you took, and it will lay the white ink down on top of any colored print that you put on in the software. So anyways, I don't know if you can see that conveyor belt moving in the photo. I'm sorry for the bad photos down here. My dungeon's kind of dark, but you can see that the powder has gone now onto the print, and now it's starting to shake, and the shaker shakes the powder, the DTF powder, off of the film, and the powder only sticks to the wet ink, and that's how that works. Once it gets to the heater shaker oven, which is an optional purchase, it hooks to a conveyor belt, and the conveyor belt starts taking it down into the heater part, the heater elements of the apparel printer here by XTOOL. Excuse me. And so again, it's totally automated. You don't have to buy a Tupperware and buy a bag of the powder, the DTF glue, the dry glued powder. You don't have to manually cover your ink with powder and get it all over the place, get it on your hands and everything. This automated system, which I would consider could be used as a production system. So far, this thing prints, well, what did that take? 1 minute, a minute and a half? I think a minute and 30 seconds it took to print the print. And the shaker and the oven are what takes the longest. Heating up the print as it goes through the mechanism of the shaker heater. Now there the printer's cutting the film for you. See how it's just totally automated. You don't have to stop the print, cut the film. You don't have to do any of that. The printer does it all by itself. So that's just awesome. But anyways, the heater, so now the print that has the glue, the dried glue on the wet ink, is now going to go down into the heater through a conveyor and get heated twice. And that really takes about 4 to 5 minutes. But if you're doing print after print after print after print, then it's just going to be a production. They're going to come out of the bottom dried and ready to go, one after another. Of course, we're just doing one print now, so if I was doing multiple prints, it would start printing again and doing the same process all over again. So I'm not going to bore you while we're waiting for the print to come out of the dryer down at the bottom here. So let's go ahead and fast forward this, and I'll talk to you in just a minute. So the entire video is only 14 15 minutes long, but it didn't take that long to print. It took longer to design this in Photoshop and ChatGTP, and but like I said, I've been having fun with this printer. A few things I want to show you or talk to you about. Let me see what prints I got over here. So here's a print I did for a friend of mine. We play Call of Duty. If I turn, you see the black, and it has a white line around it that I don't know if that's showing up on camera or not. Maybe that's a bad example. Here, a buddy of mine owns a gun shop, and I'm doing some prints for him. So here's a good example. I don't know if you can see that or not. There's a thin, very faint white line, and that's before I knew about the adjustment of the ink that you can do, the white ink. So on this Trump shirt that I did, I adjusted it to 0.1 millimeter, and now you can see that there is no white ink around the edges. It's a black outline, and that's actually the outline of the actual print that I did. And the reason I did that, again, is shrink that white in the software, was so that I wouldn't have a faint white outline around the print on any part of the print. And so I think aesthetically that's more pleasing on a t-shirt. Also, look at the resolution. Look at the skin tone, the shadows, the shading. Again, I know this is on a camera, but you can see, I hope you can see, that it's just phenomenal. The printer is just amazing. These print heads that are in this are the new Epson 1600i or i1600 print heads, and 1400 DPI, 700 DPI even is crazy. I probably didn't have to print it at this resolution, and it still would have came out great. In conclusion, I would say that yes, it's an $8,000 or $9,000 printer. Now it's up to $8,900 if you get the bundle. The printer itself, if you don't need the shaker and the heater, is only $49.99. I believe it's still only $49.99. So $5,000. Yes, that's a lot of money. But if you're gonna start a t-shirt business, and you don't want to get into screen printing, because don't forget, screen printing is only 4 or 6 colors, and there's so much to do with screen printing. This is just way easier. So if you're going to do, trade shows or family stuff, and you want to make a little side hustle on the side, this would be the perfect printer for you to start with, because the higher end DTF printers are in the tens of $20,000-$30,000. So what you're getting for $499 or $7,000 or $899. $8,000 or $5,000, I think, is a great investment for you to start with. And if your business takes off, then yeah, obviously jump into a higher end, more commercialized DTF printer. But for me, retired grandpa, 60 years old, just doing fun things for his friends and stuff, this is the perfect machine for me. So I hope you enjoyed my this video, and I hope you like any of my videos. If you want to support me, you can hit the subscribe and the like button. If you have any questions about the printer, I'll answer them as best I can. If you want to leave some comments, I'd appreciate that too. It'll help my channel grow. And stick around, and we'll see you in the next one. Talk to you soon.